right, let's see if this works. So what we're looking at here is the new, I say new Spark Mini. It's been out for a while, but this is the initial settings that you get right out of the box. So if you're a kid who gets this for Christmas and just wants to be able to jam right out of the box, here's kind of the initial sounds. And this is through a guitar with humbuckers. So if you have a single coil, it's not going to be as gritty on the, this is the rhythm channel. And you'll notice it's already got some delay already set to it. It's not like real like crunchy gritty, but it's pretty much they're clean with a little bit of delay from what I can tell, maybe reverb. Okay, so that's the rhythm channel. This is what they call the lead channel. All right, here's the solo channel. Here's the custom channel. All right, we're gonna do a little just for fun. Okay, so I do have my iPad hooked up via Bluetooth, and I'll explain that in just a second, but just a little bit of fun here. So here is the rhythm channel again. Any guesses as to what the amp might be? I wouldn't have known this, but it's the Blackface Duo. So I am assuming that's a Fender Blackface. And it has a compression already set on there, a delay, and reverb. So if you're wanting to do some rockabilly, which I can't play, but anyway, if you're wanting to do a rockabilly, it's kind of already got your setup there. All right, next one. This is the lead channel. All right, I'm gonna give you the answer in 3, 2, 1. That is called an AC boost. So I'm thinking AC 15, Vox AC 10, 15, something like that. It has a gate, drive, delay, and verb on there. All right, so we're going to the lead channel. Answer in 3, 2, 1. It says plexiglass. So I'm assuming that is a Marshall Plexi. Pretty sure. It's got a gate, drive, delay, and reverb on there. And then for the final, which is the custom, it's, let's hear it. Answer 3, 2, 1. That's the tread plate, which is, the Mesa Boogie. It has a gate, comp, drive, an EQ, and some verb on there. I haven't adjusted those. That's just what came with the amp preset. I'm assuming all of them come with the same presets, unless somebody played with this one before I got it. The stickers were still closed on the box, so I'm assuming that's what you get. Now, the device itself, let's see if I can get this spun around here. You might be able to see better. But you have over here, there's a little button, and that is your power. And then right next to that is, if I remember correctly, is your pairing. Now, a little secret here, which you can figure out on your own, I'm sure. But if you hold the pair button down, it'll actually activate the tuner, which is basically the lights that you have on your little setting knob here that goes from the different amp settings. So it's there. It's probably not super usable, but it's there. And then next we have I have it plugged into the USB right now because the amp, I got it yesterday and I didn't charge it. But you can, supposed to be able to plug this thing into your computer, something like that, which is not something I have done yet because I typically just use VSTs for, when I'm using trying to record, to my computer. It's just quicker, and I don't know about how this is about latency. And if you know anything about latency, it's just the time and from when you hit the guitar to the time you hear it come through the speakers or your headphones when you're trying to record. Recording through a computer was a real pain in the booty years ago when they didn't have the latency issues worked out. So anyway, you can connect this through your phone or your iPad. The one thing I noticed, right away is that if I connect this to my phone, pretty much everything that my phone does, I'm going to hear through this. So if you're jamming to a song or something, it does conveniently have a volume knob to control the Bluetooth volume coming through this. But if your phone rings and you're trying to answer your phone, I'm not quite sure if you can answer it and talk. I don't think this has a microphone, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to work that well. So I typically use my iPad. It's kind of what I got my iPad for, was to work with some of the things that Android devices didn't work with at the time. It seems like more and more of the Android devices are working better. So anyway, this does have some directions on how to plug it up to some speakers. So you have stereo mode, and then you have mono mode. And in the mono mode, you're supposed to be able to plug this bad boy into a powered speaker and run this through that powered speaker, like, it's the head, and then you have your cabinet. I say powered speaker, I mean powered cabinet, same thing. But anyway, the pairing, it took me a little bit of time. Make sure when you download the app that the amp is on, and then you just tap the pair button. You don't need to hold the pair button. If you hold it down, it's going to put you into the tuner mode. If you're in tuner mode, your volume doesn't work on the amp itself. So hopefully save you a little bit of grief there when you're setting this thing up. It doesn't, I looked up a little bit, I read all of this, and it doesn't tell you how long it takes to charge this fully, and it doesn't tell you how long the battery lasts in this thing that I just dropped. But I'm sure I can find that information online. I just hadn't had a chance to do that. So if somebody does find that and wants to post it in the comment section, feel free. So anyway, that is this amp in a nutshell. You have right here, you've got your amp selectors going from your rhythm to your custom. You have your volume for your amp sounds, and then you have your volume for your Bluetooth device. I kind of wish that this worked where this last knob could control the effects a little bit. So if you wanted to turn down, say, the reverb or something like that, which happens on the full-size model, but this just controls the volume of your device. So if you're wanting to jam with your phone, your phone, the music through your phone. I did think of okay. So the last thing I wanted to tell you about is that on the amp settings here, you have 5, I believe. Nope, just the 4. You have 4, and those four can be manipulated and saved via your the app. So on the full size amp, it actually has 4 buttons on the back where you can press the different presets. And on this one, it doesn't have those, it just has the knob, but you can save your presets to those different amp types. And whatever you save them to is what it's going to be. You can probably, I'm sure there's a revert. I think I remember something on the app where you could revert back to the manufacturer's preset. But anyway, on this amp, you don't have the preset buttons. You're going to scroll through with the knob and pick the different settings that you've created on your own. And the app is pretty easy. There's little 3 buttons up in the top right corner that lets you overwrite, save as new. You can share to the tone cloud if you created something that you wanted to put out there, or you can save to the hardware preset, and that's where you're going to save it to one of those 4 desired locations. I did find out that it was pretty easy to connect to this one as opposed to connecting to the other one. It's simple. You just don't have the other amp on. If you had both of them on, it might be a little confusing, but I do believe you can just toggle and select the one that you want. So anyway, this video is going a little bit longer than I was hoping, but I just wanted to share that those bits of information to help maybe your new purchase go a little bit smoother, or if you're trying to decide whether or not you want this. The reason why I really wanted it is so I can take it outside, get it fully charged. I can take it into the bedroom while my wife's doing some work somewhere else, and I don't want to bug her in the rest of the house. I'm working on some ideas. A lot of times I play pretty repetitive riffs over and over again so I can practice. And if I'm, in the open part of the house, I know that she doesn't want to hear that all day long. So, which I totally don't blame her. But, I like to be able to work on different things over and over and over again. So this allows me to do that in an area where I'm not having to bug the rest of the family. So anyway, that is my 25 cents on this amp. Do I like the sounds? Yeah, I mean it sounds pretty much like the other one, just in a little smaller package. So anyway, there you go. Enjoy. God bless. Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And all that other fun stuff. Talk to you later. Bye.